Hello, welcome to the Revero Health Success Stories podcast. I'm Tracy, your hostess. I'm a coach here at Revero Health. And we have today Tanel with us from Estonia. Hi, Tanel.
Hi, thanks for having me on today, and greetings to everyone watching.
Thank you for coming. Can we begin by talking about what your lifestyle was like prior to coming to a meat-based diet, your health conditions, and what food you ate?
So I came off a really malnourishing diet called the vegan diet. And I had many health concerns before starting to eat animals. My main health concern was severe type of eczema, so atopic dermatitis. My skin was covered in oozing, inflammatory, sort of incredibly itchy patches of skin. And that was my main motivation because it looked really bad and couldn't live with it anymore, basically. And well, besides that, I had a really frail body. I had a weak voice, sunken eyes, some would say. And I was skinny to the bone. I needed to put on weight, and I needed to, most importantly, heal my skin. Yeah.
Yes, that I can understand that. It's very difficult to live with that kind of condition. Skin is a big part of your body, so it can be very.
Yeah. With mental issues, I imagine that it's much easier to just get used to brain fog, or just think that it's a personality trait to be a bit slower, for example. But with the skin, it was so aggressive and so visible, so I just had to do something about it, and went on this glorious quest. Which led me down many ways, and I just basically needed an elimination diet. And I tried some stupid experiments like juice fasting, to different variations of the vegan diet, to eczema diets, which didn't work. So eating only the eczema foods. I tried to get rid of parasites, which I probably didn't even have. So I just eating a bunch of harsh things, basically, to an already injured gut. So I tried so many things until, just eating animals. That was the thing that cleared up my skin really fast. So I had this skin disease for a good 3 years, and it would only worsen. And it wouldn't matter if it's winter or summer, it just worsened. And then I went on this carnivore diet, and I used it as a tool, and it worked miraculously, just way faster than I thought. I took a whole year, and I said to myself that I'm dedicated to healing my skin, and this is what I'm up to this year. So whenever someone would ask me, what are you up to? How's it going? My only sole answer would be, I'm healing my skin, because I wanted to really, I dedicated myself completely. So it was a nice surprise that I didn't have to wait a whole year. I only needed about 3 months, maybe. Yeah, the first 3 months took care of 60% of my skin with stable results. So it wasn't just fluctuating, and it was like a breath of fresh air after all these years of getting used to the pain, getting used to not being able to sleep, getting used to, well, looking like I've been hit with a frying pan all the time, like a scorching sort of skin. Yeah, 3 months, and then about 5 months, that's where I got to about 75% healed, something like this. And in a half a year, it was 95%, which is huge, which basically means it was completely healed. And the best part about it, now, as I'm telling the success story, it's been 1.5 years since that. So I've been already, it's a thing of the past as I'm describing it. It's not something I deal with anymore. I still look at photos, I still look at videos of not only the skin, but myself talking and how my face looked like. It's surprising to see how I didn't see how sick I was, basically.
Wow. Yeah. So can you tell me like about what you weighed and how tall you are before and then after?
So I'm about 178 centimeters tall, 79, something like this. I don't know how much it is in feet or inches. And I weighed 68 kilograms, and now I weigh 83 kilograms.
Wow.
It's
So that's a big change.
quite a lot of weight. Yeah, and
Yeah.
I'm still building muscle. Still using the carnivore as a base and just adding the foods that I can tolerate within 20%, something like this.
Mhm.
But it's still going strong. It's really just eggs and raw milk, organs and meat. I love all of it. It's great. And luckily in Estonia, it's quite easy and to get these foods from neighbors, from stores. It's not illegal to buy raw milk, for instance. I can just go to the store and buy it. Don't even have to know farmers, but I do know farmers and neighbors. Going strong, and it's great. I love it. There's
Wow.
so many benefits outside the scope of the problems I had, which is already a list.
Right. Oh, wow. So, like, can you tell me what an eczema diet is? I don't even know what that is.
I had the book, but I gave it away. So, yeah, there's many books about the eczema diet, different variations. The one I followed was by Fisher, I think was the author's name. There were some good gems hidden in the text, but it didn't really list the importance of animal foods, of eating ancestrally, like the key principles of a human traditional diet. So it didn't help that much. I read it, I tried it, and well, sure. What I remember was that annatto, which is the yellow food coloring, the name is annatto. This is a really problematic sort of additive for people with eczema. Something about histamines, but then again, once I went carnivore, I ate smoked meat and things that do have a lot of histamines. The eczema didn't come back. There were no flare-ups. So what's that about? I think no, it doesn't really answer eczema completely. It has some gems and something I still remember from it, but now eczema is much more than just an allergy. Eczema is like a vicious circle. It is sort of an allergic reaction, but it's also, it has to do with autoimmune reactions, and basically the body is constantly building up the largest organ, the skin, and that depletes the reserves. And if you don't eat more of this sort of collagen, for example, on all the foods that you can get from animals, not only the meat, but also glycine and collagen and foods that you don't really get enough of. If you eat vegan, that's for sure. And even if you eat the eczema diet, then you'll still be depleted and you still won't have enough in store for the body to heal itself. So yeah, I think it didn't really answer my question.
Wow.
The eczema diet, the carnivore did, still the foundation, real health.
So how did you find out about the carnivore diet?
So with the skin, Rob Stewart really helped me out. This skin health expert on YouTube. I bought his workbook and I followed the way. And there were many steps at first. There was many approaches in his workbook, and one of them was going completely into the realm of keto and carnivore. So I tried the first stuff that didn't work, then I went into the keto and carnivore, and I also started researching, and I found ShawnBaker, of course. I found Primal Edge Health. So Tristan Haggard, he really helped out to just understand the bigger picture, not just you need meat. There's so much more behind it. Accounts like Ancestral Health Guy. He does these really nice infographics explaining ancestral ways of eating. Weston A. Price. Those books are great. Nutrition and Physical Degeneration. It's a really good book. Yeah, just learning about human history, I think. Because I think it was much more than just healing the skin. It was about shifting a worldview from something quite relativist and Disney sort of idealistic, which is very often what veganism is, to something more based on reality and traditions, basically. So it was a huge transformation, not only the physical part, But yes, ShawnBaker was one of them, definitely. One of the first ones that I found on YouTube, and I read about the success stories on the website, Meet Heals, Meet RX, which is now with a new name, but on the same website. Yeah.
Oh, okay, awesome. So did you have any transitional issues when you switched from vegan, or even, I don't know what you went to exactly, but the eczema diet? Did you have any transitional issues going into a meat-based diet?
No, not really. I really liked it, and I really liked the fat, and I understood how much I was actually craving fat. So whenever I was picking out fruit, I would go for the avocados. I thought I never had enough nuts and things like that, and I would just have a big juicy steak with pieces of fat on it, and I would just understand this is right, and that's all that matters, and others people's opinions don't matter. It's quite easy. And actually, now that I think about it, eating raw eggs, raw milk, even some raw liver, it's something that seemed extreme at first, like psychologically, but now I actually prefer them to boiled eggs, for example. I don't really eat boiled eggs, and they don't digest as well. And raw milk is a staple. Even liver sometimes feels quite overcooked, like a cake, like it's so dry. I'm so used to these things that would seem quite extreme, especially to someone coming off of a vegan diet, like raw liver, really. Yeah, I think the transition was smooth, especially because I saw it was miraculous healing. I saw these places on my skin that were open and bleeding for months without even fluctuating anymore. I just sort of accepted that this finger is always like this. It's always bleeding. I always have to cover it with band-aids. After eating the steaks, after fasting also, I would see it close up, and it would have a stronger membrane, and there were no questions. Smooth transition. Yeah.
That's amazing. And I'm sure that was just so wonderful to be able to look at your skin and watch it heal, basically. That is awesome. You look great, Tanel. You just look great. You look so healthy and strong.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And
You also look good.
thank you. Thank you for coming and sharing your success story with us. I know it'll help many people. Is there like a special tip that you have for people that are interested in this, that haven't quite decided to start doing it?
Well, after I found this new confidence, I started an Instagram. So if anyone wants to read more about organs, for example, why do I eat liver, especially for skin, then you can follow me. It's called sharpmind.strongbody. I also made an ebook about the eczema. So if anyone does have eczema, download it. It's for free. Yeah, and yeah, check out Weston A. Price's books. That's also something.
Yeah, that's excellent. That is so nice of you to offer that and give it free, because I know many people suffer with eczema, and it's very
yeah, it's on the rise. It's on the rise in the Western world, and the statistics of, let's say, suicides even is it's triggering. It's shocking, really. More and more people have it. Children have it. It's something that I wouldn't say medical establishment, but pharmaceutical companies have decided is incurable. It is curable. They lie. The pharmaceuticals actually worsen the skin condition. There's a thing called TSW, topical steroid withdrawal, which is something that makes eczema even worse. I also went through this, but I talk about this in the ebook, so whoever wants to, they can check it out. Yeah.
awesome. Thank you so much, Tanel. I really appreciate you coming to share your information, and I think it's great that they can look you up and get more information this way. So thank you so much for coming to our show.
Thank you as well. Thank you for doing what you do. I think the reach is far beyond what you see. A lot of people don't really write to you with a thank you letter. I think they just go on with their lives and they're happy that they're here. Thanks for what you do.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for saying so. We have a passion for it, and I can see you do also, because it is miraculous many times. And
Yeah,
sometimes,
definitely.
sometimes it takes longer for things to heal, but you saw great improvement in an early amount of time. But you're kind of young too. That's really good. That's good
Yeah,
that you found it so young in life.
yeah. I am very happy.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, you have a great rest of your day, Tanel. Thank you so much.
You too. Thank
Okay.
you. All the best. Bye.
Bye.